Hello everyone, but let me tell you something. I'm a little behind on some of these topics, but guess what? Better late than never. So let's get into the mess. Okay, y'all, so Lady Gaga and J.Lo are going to be performing at the inauguration. It's going to be taking place on January 20th, along with John Bon Jovi, Demi Lovato, Ant Clemens, John Legend, and girl, where's Beyonce? Anyways, so J.Lo, girl, we don't know her. With Lady Gaga, she's going to be singing the national anthem, and she sang the national anthem at the 2016 Super Bowl, and she did an amazing job. Okay, so we need her to hit it one more time. Give us those vocals, girl. But Lady Gaga, please make sure that you wear a classy but elaborate outfit like you usually do. Girl, do it big. Okay, so many of you know Wendy Williams' mother passed away a couple weeks ago, and you know we've been hearing some from her, but we've also been hearing from Wendy Williams' brother. So Wendy Williams' brother, among many of his videos, expressed that Wendy Williams did not attend their mother's funeral. So, you know, he seemed to be very distraught. He said that Wendy Williams went to lunch with Calvin, whatever that man's name is. Kevin did go to the funeral, but Wendy Williams decided to deal with him that day instead of, you know, dealing with her mother's passing. And Wendy Williams, in Wendy Williams fashion, got on her national platform on her national TV show and shaded the mess out of her brother. And, you know, among all the shadiness, she insinuated that her brother was gay. You know, she said, you know, I have on a nice dress today. My brother would like it too. And people are like, wait, this man is married. But you know what? That is none of my business. Okay, so as an update, you know, Wendy Williams, after she threw her shade on her show, her brother came back, you know, with a response. And then Wendy got on her show again and was like, you know, I did go to the funeral and her brother initiated a fight. Kevin had to break up at the funeral.
And this will be my last time addressing yesterday. Because I talked to my dad. And my dad said, Wendy, I'm not mad at you. You did the right thing. I said, Dad, but there's more to the story, and you know it, and you know it. So here it is. Count me down, because I don't want to spend more than a minute and a half on this. Seriously. Tommy, you know I was at Mommy's service. And you know she looked beautiful in her casket. And you know that you fist fought a loving member of our family, half your age, who was supposed to be somebody, a blood relative, everyone, not my son. My son is in the back, shocked that he's at his grandmother's funeral. A low-key woe hunter, all three of our hands like this, and he walked up to the front and separated my brother and this young family member who was very confused being a young man, and moved it all out there to the lobby. Still heard the screaming. The funeral home turned up the music a little bit. Daddy was fine. We went on with the rest of the day. Before going back to my sister's for the collard greens and the good food that you do after a service, I said to my son, I said, you know, your dad is really something else. I don't want to mislead you or guide you into thinking that we're getting... He said, Mom, I know. I said, you want to just, the three of us, go out and grab something to eat and also bring stuff over to Aunt Wanda's? Do you want to just, like, change the mood and celebrate family and find it in our hearts to kind of not forgive, but move on in the name of the service and Papa and the rest of us? And my son said, yeah. And that's why we went out to eat afterwards, the three of us.
Let me tell you something. All of this is a mess, and it's playing out in front of the world, guys. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of families out there that when, you know, one of the parents pass away or even a family member passes away, there's a whole bunch of drama in the family. Truths are coming out. People acting crazy. And this is one of those cases, guys. And it happens to be on a public platform. And it's with my understanding that Wendy's mother, their mother, always wanted the siblings to stick together, and right now they're not sticking together, and this is just so disheartening. And I wish they would talk to each other instead of getting on TV or on YouTube or whatever it may be to talk about this, guys. Let's be cordial. Let's keep this off of public platforms, please, because this is just so sad. I don't think Wendy's mother would want this, you know, guys. Whew. So is anybody enjoying Plies' new teeth? Because I know I am. I'm enjoying them pearly whites. I'm enjoying them veneers, baby. He done knocked off about 10 years. He looks good. You know, I'm drooling just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit, you know. And people are saying, you know, why is this news? Like, why are people reporting about him taking off his gold teeth? Let me tell you something. Plies' gold teeth has pretty much been a part of his entire brand, his whole career. So for him to take off these gold teeth, it's just like, wow, okay, you've become like a new person. This is a new Plies. We're seeing a different you, you know, all these years later. So be nice and cheers to growth, okay? Now, Jefferee Star, who is Kim K's friend, who is Mr. Skeletor to you whores, he said a couple days ago that, you know, he didn't sleep with Kanye, child. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody worried about that. The whole thing fell flat and it wasn't even funny. And you know how the rumor mill goes after about 7 to 10 business days. Ain't nobody worried about that anymore. So Jefferee Star also said that he has a lot of rappers in his DMs, like, let's make a hit in my bed or something like that. And I was just like, Jefferee Star, like, if you have rappers in your DMs, how about you post some screenshots so we know it's real? If not, leave us alone, girl, please. So Shad Moss, also known as Little Bow Wow, you just don't know. Y'all, he had a super spreader event in Houston, and the mayor of Houston was not pleased. I mean, Little Bow Wow had it looking like Atlanta up in there. I saw one mask as they were circulating that whole room, and I was just like, child, this is how we set ourselves back a little bit with stuff like this, you know, barely any mask, no social distancing. I mean, people ready to risk it all to shake a tail feather and jam the Shad Moss. Now, he had to clean up, you know, everything that happened. Hey, I'm sorry if it is, but I was only doing this and blah, blah, blah. No, sir. There is no excuse. Now, I know you're trying to get your coins or whatever, but in the meantime, in between time, make sure you're taking preventative measures, okay? All right, guys, leave your thoughts below. Tell me how you feel. We have the inauguration performances on January 20th. We have Wendy Williams and her brother who are putting their family business out there in the streets. And I hope they come to a common ground and stop with all of this mess because it's about to get out of control. I don't think their mother would be happy with what's going on. May she rest in peace. We have Plies in his new teeth. Okay, I love to see it. We have Jefferee Star, who is Mr. Skeletor to you whores, out here, you know, talking about rappers that are in his DM. And let me tell you something. Drop the screenshots to leave us alone. We have Shad Moss with these super spreader events. You apologize, Shad Moss, but how about don't do it again? All right, guys. Take care.